the Zionist entity was crying that things were burning. They got things relatively under control now. But their rabid squatters in the West Bank keep burning Palestinian lands. Olive trees, thousands of years old, older than their hideous faces, way older. They're burning them, going there protected and supported by the Israeli army and conducting these arsonist attacks against the population that, of course, in many cases lead to killing. When I commented about the BBC's Louis Theroux documentary, I made one point, that the squatting establishment, or what's labeled as the settlement establishment in Israel, is not the settlement establishment, it's Israel as a whole. Stop trying to show us and tell us that, oh, it's these settlers. Who protects them? Israel protects them. The government protects them. Central government, left or right. The leftists in Israel, or those who call themselves leftists or the opposition, who criticize some of the settlements and the settlers and settlement establishment, are big hypocrites, because they are the ones who facilitated this establishment and constantly supported it. But there's a big problem, and that big problem is Israel used to try and hide this as much as possible alongside its backers. But now the problem is that these people in power, and they're portraying things as they are. And from an Israeli perspective, that's problematic. However, this terror of the Israeli squatters has been supported since the establishment of the state. And there is no difference between the rest of the state and the squatting establishment. The only difference is the other side hides the truth, whereas those openly speak as they actually believe. The others might, try and hide it, say, oh no, it's not good for the PR, let's hide it, let's cover up. But no, the settlers tell you, this is us, this is our establishment, and this is what we do. The Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, is visiting Lebanon. Why is he visiting Lebanon? He's visiting Lebanon to disarm the Palestinian resistance. Why exactly is he planning to disarm the Palestinian resistance? Because, well, there's no need for armed resistance against a very peaceful country that constantly, gives you whatever you want and gives you your rights and is so peaceful with you. Why should anyone have arms when we have such a wonderful country next to us that is giving us exactly everything that we want? He's going to Lebanon to try and coordinate with the Lebanese government how they will go into the refugee camps in Lebanon and start disarming the Palestinian resistance. Why? Because the Palestinian resistance participated in some of the actions of the Lebanese resistance against Israel when we had an escalation or an open front from Lebanon. And the Lebanese government recently made a statement, well, some figures in the Lebanese government criticizing Hamas, and now the Palestinian president is coming to Lebanon and saying this. But there's a very big problem, and you know what that problem is? That problem is the president, firstly, has no popularity or support in Palestine, let alone in Lebanon. In Lebanon, leaders of the Fatah movement have openly criticized the Palestinian president Mahmoud Abbas, who's the de facto leader of Fatah and the de facto president of the Palestinian Authority. Therefore, chances are slim that people are going to coordinate with him. Slight chances, by the way. And this man isn't liked. As a matter of fact, if you ask anyone in the West Bank, or most people in the West Bank, does Abu Mazen represent you? Does Mahmoud Abbas, the Palestinian president, represent you? They'll tell you he doesn't represent my shoe. Now, good luck to him trying to convince those in Lebanon to disarm or what have you. Again, unless it's part of a bigger strategy coming in Lebanon to defend Lebanon as a whole and to stop these aggressions that are coming. I mean, some people are talking about disarming and disarming. This is when they're everything is violated by the satanic state next to them, constantly being attacked by them, constantly being bombed by them, and they're going and saying, "Oh no, we should stop the resistance." Well, are you thinking straight? Who are you working for exactly? And this man, who's by the way a billionaire, his children are billionaires, they own hotel chains, lots of money. As a matter of fact, even the UAE, one of the UAE representatives in one meeting that they had with the Arab states called them the authority of Alibaba and the 40 thieves, because of how corrupt they are and how much they steal money. That's the reality of the Palestinian Authority led by Abu Mazen Mahmoud Abbas. And he's going to Lebanon. Good luck succeeding with that. But again, it shows you how misled and misguided and astray many of the Arab countries are in terms of leadership and people leading them. Again, a genocide happening for 1.5 years. Who's acting? Who's doing anything? Yemen. That's it. As in the whole country. Of course, we had the Lebanese resistance at one point, some movements in Iraq too, and Iran participated too. Iran, of course, has the overall support as well, which is a very important factor as well. But no, some countries know that their priority is, oh no, stop doing anything. What has the other side given you? Any sort of what? Peace offers, or what did they give you? These people are supremacists by nature, supported by powers who are supremacists by nature. They view you as nothing. They look down at you. They look at you and laugh. And you're trying to please them? Are you even thinking? Plus, who on earth goes and gets rid of their power cards when they want to negotiate with someone? Whether it's in business or in politics or in anything. Oh, hello, I want to deal with you, but I have nothing to give. Please give me something. I mean, is there any logic to that? There is no logic for that. But it shows that this man is a small little puppet who is there doing a job. He is doing a job at the end of the day. And that job is to legitimize the continuation and the existence of the Israeli occupation. He is not there apart for that reason. The Palestinian Authority of the West, under that authority, Israel expanded its squatting establishment, expanded the number of squatters from 100,000 to approximately 1 million, constantly killed people, instilled its apartheid of the West Bank, stolen more lands, expanded all of the what they call the settlements, abused more Palestinians, detained and killed and imprisoned and kidnapped more Palestinians, and besieged locations, starved many people, destroyed more homes. And this man is sitting there cooperating with them. As a matter of fact, under their thumb, doing as he's told. A puppet for the Zion. This is what he's doing. And he's trying to do that with Lebanon too.